This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I'm delighted to be here helping you with playing the guitar. As we play some melodies together that are written in tablature in this video, we're going to start using our pinky. We really haven't done that much before. We talked about it in sort of that first lesson when we did some exercises getting started, but we haven't really been playing melodies using the pinky. We've just been using the index, middle, and ring fingers. So now in this video and the next video, we're going to start using that pinky. With that, we've got a little exercise to sort of warm up using the pinky. We know that anytime we play a note in the first fret, we need to use our index finger. In that second fret, we need to use our middle finger. In that third fret, we need to use our ring finger. And in that fourth fret, we need to use our pinky. Now, this really helps us get used to positional playing, which will help later on down the road when in this lesson series we're working on reading and playing melodies written higher on the fretboard, or even switching between positions along the fretboard. So this is a foundational thing to get used to doing, using our fingers in that fashion, one in each of those adjacent frets. It's also good because over time we get much faster. If we're sliding around just using a couple fingers, it's hard to maintain accuracy, especially the faster that we play, the faster we go. So it might be comfortable at first just using one or two fingers, but ideally if we can get that foundation happening in our playing where we're using that index, middle, ring, and pinky in those adjacent frets like that, then we are golden. We're set to be able to play harder melodies and to progress much easier, much faster, and then play things that are far more technically demanding as we're playing higher on the neck and switching between positions. Okay, so we want to get warmed up here with that pinky, get kind of used to that before we read these melodies together. So on that first string, sort of building on the different exercises that we've used to warm up in the past, we can start on that top string in the first fret and just go right on up those frets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come back down. Now if you want to, you can include the open string. I wasn't, just because it kind of gives us that nice even number of 4 notes at a time. But if you wanted to, you can start with that open string and come back down to it, which gives us 6 notes, and that's a nice thing to do, practicing with that open string as well. And then we kind of have to find where our index finger goes from that. So then you can do the same thing on the second string. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, or you can use the open string. And we're using the third string at this point in the lesson series as well, so we can do it on the third string. So index, middle, ring, pinky, or we can use that open string as well. As you're doing this, it's a great time to work on the finger placement. We want to be on the tips of our fingers, just about 1 millimeter or 2 behind the actual fret bars as we push the strings down. That's the easiest place to get good tone, and it's the easiest place to actually push the strings down. We don't want to get on top of the fret. We'll get some buzzing. If we go too far, we'll get the next pitch, but just behind it, not back into the fret as well. So aiming for that, you can work on that left hand, sort of focusing that. It's also a great time to work on the right hand, just making sure you feel comfortable with where you're playing, and you can be anchoring either on the saddle, just behind the saddle of your guitar on these lower strings. Since we're not playing the lower strings right now, you can just sort of anchor the wrist and that bottom part of the palm right there to sort of maintain accuracy. And if you really want to work the right hand, that it can actually be great to just do more than one pluck. So you could do alternating the direction, or just all down plucks or all up plucks, but you could do 4 times or 3 times or 2 times, or before you get to the 1 time on it. So if I was doing that on the top string, I could be doing like 4 plucks, do the whole thing with 4 plucks, then I could do the whole thing with 3 plucks, or I could do the whole thing with 2 plucks, and then I could do the whole thing with 1 pluck. Sometimes 2 plucks is easier than 3 plucks, so sometimes I'll go 4 to 2, then go back and do 3 and 1. So I do the even numbers and then the odd numbers. So that's another thing you can do to warm up. You want to do it nice and slow so you're in control, but it's also great to work up some speed. So if I took it a little bit faster and we use the open string in there with this, we could go to the low string and just stop, or we can come back to the high string. So it'd be like ready and... second string, and that third string. And we could do it again if we want to. And go in reverse back to the higher. Those are some great warm-up exercises right now as we get used to using those fingers in those frets. Okay, so it's time for us to jam together, read some of these melodies written in tablature right here, you, me, and the band. So we're going to find these in the Tablature Method book, my Tablature Method book, which is part of the Method book series. We're going to be on pages 21 through 23, doing numbers 21 through 25. So those are the songs that we're going to jam on. Each one will happen at a slower tempo first, and then a faster tempo. So you can start it at that slower tempo. If you're having some trouble spots, you can pause, work on those trouble spots, and then try playing it again with me. Once you've got it there, then work it at that faster tempo. Use these videos in whatever way helps you best as you progress forward. But if you're tripping over parts of a melody, it's really a good idea to pause and work that part of the melody a lot, and then try playing it all the way through again so we can get our fingers used to playing these melodies. It's going to be super fun. Let's go ahead and jam together. Okay, great. I hope this is super fun and helpful for you. In the next video, we're going to work on 5 more songs that also use the pinky. It's going to be great. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.